Welcome back to the museum, Max. I have a real treat in store for you today.
Oh, cool, a treat. You mean like candy?
Oh no, Max. It's something much better than candy.
Like, Xbox?
No, Max, it's nothing like that.
But what is it then?
It's a new dinosaur.
Oh, wow! What dinosaur is it?
If I told you that, I'd be really sticking my neck out. Nudge, nudge.
Oh, like a T-Rex.
No, Max. Don't you remember we saw that exhibit last week?
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
So, for the dinosaur today, here's a hint. This dinosaur was alive 144 million years ago. This is a time period known as the Late Jurassic. It used to live in what is now the USA and holds the record for the longest dinosaur of all time. Do you know what it is now?
Oh, wow! It's a Diplodocus! It's so huge!
Yes, the Diplodocus was very big. In fact, it's around the size of a blue whale, at least in length. So now follow me to the first fossil display. It's just around this corner.
Wow, what's that?
That's a footprint from a Diplodocus.
Oh, okay. What's so special about this footprint?
Before footprints of this dinosaur were found, it was believed that the Diplodocus walked like a lizard, with their legs out to their side.
What did their feet look like?
Their feet were similar to an elephant, flat and faced forwards. They also walked on all fours.
Did they walk slowly?
Actually, no. Even though this dinosaur was huge, they could walk surprisingly fast.
Oh, okay, cool. What's that?
That's part of a Diplodocus claw. Did you know that despite having 5 toes, they only have one large claw on each front foot? We also don't know what they used it for.
Oh, a mystery claw.
So, Max, how heavy do you think one of these dinosaurs were?
As heavy as a house?
Actually, a lot less than that. They were about as heavy as a large truck. They were quite light for their size.
Oh, wow. Is that another fossil? What's that?
This is part of the bone that makes up the tail. It's known as a vertebrae, and the Diplodocus had 80 in their tail.
80? Wow, that sounds like a lot.
Yes, that is a lot. They needed this many as their tails were so long. In fact, it had the longest tail of any animal ever.
Awesome.
Okay, let's move on to the last display.
Whoa, can't wait to see what's next.
Ooh, I forgot to mention another fact about their tail. They could use the ends of them like whips. They could whip them at supersonic speed, which would make them sound similar to a cannon being fired.
Oh, cool. If I could go back to the time of the late Jurassic, I'd make sure to bring some earplugs.
That's probably a good idea, Max.
Wow, is that a skull?
Indeed it is, Max. That's a Diplodocus skull.
Oh, really? You wouldn't think this head could fit on that giant body?
Yes, Max. Despite their huge size, the Diplodocus had a relatively small head compared to its body.
Could it move its head up like a giraffe?
Despite its small head and its long neck, the Diplodocus couldn't lift their head any higher than its body.
If it couldn't move its head up high, then why have such a long neck?
Well, actually, it could lift its head up high, just not with its neck. It did this by standing on its hind legs.
What did it need to lift its head up for?
Well, it ate plants and vegetation, most likely from tall trees. As it was a herbivore, we know this as their teeth were blunt and not sharp, like a T-Rex. Because they didn't have to rip meat apart, they only chewed.
So blunt teeth for herbivores and sharp teeth for carnivores. Oh yeah, Brachiosauruses were also vegetable eaters too, and they look similar to a Diplodocus.
That's because they're both a type of dinosaur known as a sauropod, all sauropods are herbivores, and they all walk on 4 legs and had long necks.
What other sauropods are there?
Well, Max, there was the Argentinosaurus, the Opatosaurus, and Dreadnoughtus, as well as many others. Now, let's finish the tour by having a look at how we think this dinosaur could have looked like.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, Max. Please do come back next time.